Let me tell you how I accidentally learned what a foreign judgment was, and how that discovery helped me collect $4,000 from a company that I thought it could just ignore me. See, this happened about 10 years ago when I worked as a computer repair technician. I covered Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, so I spent a lot of time driving from one assignment to another. One particular week, I had earned close to $2,000. That was good money for one week, and I had worked hard for it. One day, the company scheduled me for a repair job in Mississippi and another one in Arkansas. The Mississippi appointment took longer than expected, so I called the company and told them I would be running late to the Arkansas job. At first, they told me that was okay, but later, they charged me a late fee, and they took almost all the money I had earned. I told them, "You scheduled both appointments. I was late because I was still completing the first job you assigned to me. How are you going to punish me for finishing your other job?" I complained for several weeks, but they refused to return my money. So I sued them for that $4,000. Now, when the court date arrived, the company did not even bother to show up. Now, you might think that meant I automatically received everything I requested, but that is not how it works. Even when the defendant failed to appear, you may still have to prove your damages. So when the judge asked me to explain what my damages were, I had to be honest. I told the judge, "Your Honor, I didn't bring all my damages with me because I didn't expect the company not to show up." So the court gave me a week to come back and submit my damages, which I did. This time I got everything together, and after reviewing what I submitted, the court entered a $4,000 judgment in my favor. Notice what I said, a judgment, not a settlement. The company did not agree to pay me. The court just ordered them to pay me. You see, by winning the judgment did not mean the money suddenly appeared in my bank account. That was when the real work began. You see, after the applicable waiting period, which is generally 7 days, I contacted the company's legal department. I told its attorney I had a judgment against the company. And if you do not pay me, I'm going to put a lien against the building. And the company immediately told me not to place a lien against the building, against the company. And instead, he asked me to email him a copy of the judgment. So I did. And when I did that, I heard nothing else. They actually ghosted me. No return calls, no payment, no explanation. And so I kind of figured that because they were in Louisiana and I was in Tennessee, they figured, we ain't going to even worry about him. So even though I won the case, and the company apparently believed I would not know what to do next, just decided to ghost me. But what they did not know was I was not going to give up. I mean, that was my money. Then I remember something important. The company had previously sent me a check. The check showed me where the company banked. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was called the Bank of Hollywood. So that was a major discovery because the judgment is only useful if you can locate property or money they may legally be reached to satisfy it. I contacted the bank, told its legal department that I had a judgment against one of its customers. The bank gave me instructions for submitting the necessary court documents. I sent the paperwork. Then the bank gave me an answer I was not expecting. They said, "This is a foreign judgment." I said, "A foreign judgment? What does that mean?" At the time when I heard foreign, I thought they were talking about another country. I had no idea that a Tennessee judgment could be considered foreign in Louisiana. The bank told me that it could not act on a Tennessee judgment as if it were already a Louisiana judgment. So I tried searching for an answer, but I couldn't find anything, and nobody explained it to me about a foreign judgment. So I made a decision. I decided I was going to go to Louisiana, and I drove 5 hours. But I intended to find out how to enforce a judgment against the company. When I arrived, I found that the office where the judgment liens and property records were handled. But when I attempted to move forward, I discovered that another creditor had already put a lien against that building, and so I would be wasting my time. But as soon as I discovered that another creditor had already recorded something against the company's property, I said, well, ain't no need of going that route. I had to change my direction. So since I was already in Louisiana, I decided to go directly to the courthouse and ask someone what this foreign judgment was. But on the way to the courthouse, something happened that I felt was purely luck. I saw the branch of the company's bank. I wrote down the street name and address, and then I continued to the courthouse. When I reached the courthouse, I told the clerk I have a judgment against the company located here in Louisiana, but everyone keeps telling me it's a foreign judgment. I said, I don't understand what it means or what I'm supposed to do. And the clerk asked to see my paperwork. I handed it to her, and she looked at it and said, oh, yes, this is a foreign judgment. I said, I know, but how do I fix it? She explained, the word foreign does not necessarily mean another country. I said, for real? She said, no. See, from Louisiana's perspective, my Tennessee judgment was a foreign judgment because it had been entered by a court outside of Louisiana. The judgment was valid, but before I could use Louisiana enforcement procedures, I need to have it recognized and made enforceable there. That process is commonly called domesticating the judgment. I filled the required judgment documents, paid the court costs, completed the necessary process. Once that happened, my Tennessee judgment could be treated as a Louisiana judgment for enforcement purposes. I had finally learned what the bank had been trying to tell me. The clerk also explained that certain court costs are legally recoverable. Enforcement expenses might be added to the amount owed, depending on the law and the court's approval. But by that point, I had driven 5 hours to Louisiana to locate the courthouse, pay the filing costs, domesticate the judgment, and locate the company's bank, and prepare to continue the enforcement process. I was getting ready to return to court and asked whether my recoverable costs could be included, but I never had the opportunity. You know why? Because the bank paid the judgment in less than a week. The company had ignored my complaints. It had failed to appear in court. Its legal department had asked for my judgment, then ghosted me. But once I traveled to Louisiana, domesticated the judgment, located the company's bank, and demonstrated that I knew how to pursue its assets, the money came. That experience taught me 3 lessons. First, a foreign judgment does not necessarily come from another company. If you Take a Tennessee judgment to Louisiana, Arkansas, or Mississippi. They may treat it as a foreign judgment because it didn't come from their state. Second, winning a lawsuit and collecting the judgment are two separate battles. The court can declare that the defendant owes you, but the courts ordinarily does not chase the defendant and collect it for you. Third, some companies may ignore judgment because they're betting that you will not understand the enforcement process. They may believe you will become frustrated, get tired, or give up. I did not give up. I drove 5 hours. I found the courthouse, found the bank. I domesticated the judgment. In less than 1 week, I got paid. That was my first lesson in foreign judgment, and I learned it the hard way. So this story came from my personal experience and is shared for educational purposes. It's not legal advice. Judgment enforcement procedures, waiting periods, filing requirements, recoverable costs, and exemption laws differ by state. Always review the rules apply in the state where the judgment was entered and the state where the enforcement will occur. I hope that this piece of information I gave you helped you. You see, when I started doing this, if I would have had anyone help me, I could have saved 10 hours because I had to make that trip twice. And I could have saved time and effort to locate and get done what I need to get done. This Unc out. Peace.